Hello and welcome to the Philippines. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about dealing with government agencies. And it wasn't that many years ago in the USA, there were long lines at the DMV and other agencies in the US. It's gotten much better over the years. But here in the Philippines and other nations, a little bit different type of setup. And there are advantages to using agencies for some of what you need. And I'm going to go over a Facebook post I found and some of my own experience over the years, and we're going to kind of take a look into the system. Of course, it will depend upon what province you're in. Some are more advanced than others as well. But let's get into this discussion. So I came across this interesting post on Facebook, and I thought some of you might be interested. And this is about getting married and what you might go through. But it can apply to several other government agencies as well. It just depends upon what island you're on, what provinces you're in, but gives you a little bit of an idea. More fun in the Philippines, except when you have to deal with the government. Paperwork evolving with getting married to something else. Last month visited LCR, was told what paperwork was needed. Birth certificates, me, $71. Senomar, certificate of no marriage, 420 pesos for her. Affidavit of no marriage for me, notarized by U.S. Embassy, $150. Total cost $50, another $50 for notarization and a trip to Cebu, etc. Told we needed to attend a 4-hour marriage seminar scheduled for July 29th. Monday went to LCR with paperwork, had an opening for seminar next day. Trips, wait in line between buildings, out in the heat. LCR present paperwork. Main building, pay for seminar, 250 pesos. Registration, 1,000 pesos. LCR with receipts. Seminar building to register. LCR with registration form to finalize attendance. And yeah, I found this dealing with a number of different government agencies that you don't just walk in, deal with one person. You go to this station, and they'll tell you, okay, take this form. Now you got to go over to the cashier, pay for this. Then you go back, get in line again, and then they process you. They send you to another person that puts another stamp on some paperwork, and on and on and on and on. Anyway, yesterday after seminar, told that I also needed a Senomar from here, the Philippines, even though he had paid for one through the embassy. Went online, filled out the form correctly, but had to go back and change. Why, you ask? The form does not recognize a foreigner with a middle name that is not his mother's maiden name. And I had an issue with this. I'm not sure if it's straightened out yet. My wife was changing her name on a number of different documents to my last name, and they asked her, why doesn't your husband have a middle name? And they just took my first name and my middle name as my last name and put it there, and they didn't use my last name in the document. So she had to go back to a couple different agencies to prove that we filled out the original application to get a marriage license, that we actually put it on there. And I think we're still waiting to get that information back, because I think the gosh, I forget who, a minister or priest or something, that took that and helped process that. I don't know if he kept it, or yeah, I'm not sure where it is on that. I'm letting her take care of that. Anyway, just little problems like that come up when you're doing business in a foreign country. Marriage seminar, small room, no AC, only one floor fan for 60 people, people in 5 rows, no windows open, battery powered fan for afternoon session. Starts at 8 a.m. We got there at 8:15, the last couple at 8:45, started at 9, lunch break 11:50, restart 1 p.m. over by 2:30. Another 1.5 hours at LCR to process the 30-some couples. We were the last due to being the last to register. Fun fact, can't take pictures in official buildings. The LCR had 5 desks with 5 different ladies, each with a different function. Register to marry, registration of marriage, registration of birth, registration of death, verification of marriage, birth, and death. Had mounds of huge ledgers sitting out in the open that they wrote in. If they ever have a fire, it's all gone. And yeah, a lot of things are still put in ledgers. Even you go to pharmacies and people who have their who get their subsidies or senior citizens discounts, all that is handwritten. They might have 5 or 10 different prescriptions, and the pharmacy is sitting writing down each one in their book while people are waiting in line to get waited on. But it is worth considering using an agency that has experience doing this type of thing. I use JRC Visa. I use JR of JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services. They've got an office across from Ayala Mall in Cebu City. They've got an office in Dumaguete, just in that same area, hallway right before immigration. And they've got an office in Metropolitan Manila area. And they can expedite this stuff, make sure everything is done properly, filled out properly. They know the people, they know the language, they've dealt with them before many times with foreigners. Imagine the officials, and I'm surprised at immigration. They deal with people from hundreds of countries, different languages, different accents, even if they speak English. And I'm surprised they don't get much more frustrated much more often. I've seen people come into immigration, and the person at the front door at the desk, they'll say, yeah, what are you here for? Check the documents. Okay, you need to do this. You need to go get some pictures taken. So you go get in line at a photo place in the mall or wherever you're at, and you get that, you pay for it, and then you got to go someplace else to get copies of various documents because maybe you had 2, but you need 3. And yeah, what I've found the last 5-6 years is I now use an agency for my visas, for my marriage visas, and all that type of thing. And I don't have to. If sometimes I have to do, they call me and they pick me up, or they meet me at the government building, and they take me right in. Bang, bang, bang. Go here, go here, go here. And generally, you're not in this long queue because I don't know, for some reason they get some kind of preference. So JRC's contact information is in the description of the video, as well as pinned in the first comment of the video as well. But yeah, I've had subscribers that have come to Cebu from Dumaguete, for instance, to do a marriage visa or different types of things, and they figured it would take 3 days, but they were here for the whole week, and then they had to get a hotel for the weekend and continue on for a couple more days the next week. So just depends if you want to. I'm the kind of person, have been all my life. I want to do things, it's a learning experience. I want to do all this, but anymore, I don't want to do that. I used to change the oil in my car. I used to do a lot of my own home maintenance, painting, and a tiny bit of electrical, a little bit of plumbing. But anymore, I pay somebody to do it. And here in the Philippines, especially, they know the language, they know the people, and they can take a lot of stress out of the situation anyway. Anyway, leave comments what your experience was, and we'll see you in the next video.